And we are back with another episode
of the Horror Guys. Yay! I'm Kevin.
I'm Brian.
We're going to talk about some horror movies.
5 movies, 5 shorts. We are 5 by 5 as always.
And I just realized I don't love any of these movies this week.
There were some good ones here.
I was nominally entertained, but yeah, I don't have a lot of love for this week's selection. We'll talk about that.
I liked one. I thought one was a good attempt, and one was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no real standout amazing ones here.
No, I like amazing. See, I'm spoiled because we get to see so many good things, and these are all... Yeah.
These are not those.
Yeah, they're okay.
All right. Well, what do we have?
Well, we have the 2025, the brand new M3GAN 2, the sequel.
Alrighty.
Yeah. 2017's Tigers Are Not Afraid.
Okay.
2016's The Love Witch.
Alrighty.
2014's second movie in the Planet of the Apes reboots, The Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Uh-huh.
And 2006, I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer.
I think there was only one of these that I would say really is in my didn't like list.
Okay. I didn't, I'm not going to say okay, yeah, I might say I didn't like one of them, but none of them are like, they're all just, they're.
There's two things Kevin doesn't like.
What's that?
Cartoons and children.
Yep.
We don't have any cartoons this week.
But we do have one featuring children.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, of course, we will do 5 shorts as always. But first, we'll start out with M3GAN 2.0.
M3GAN. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Directed by Gerard Johnstone, written by Gerard Johnstone, Akela Cooper, and James Wan, stars Allison Williams, Violet McGraw, and Amie Donald, and it is 2 full hours. Trailer in the show notes.
The M3GAN actress is bigger now, and so the M3GAN body is bigger too.
Uh-huh.
They actually worked that in where she says,
I want to be taller
I
now.
want to be taller now. She is. IMDB still calls this horror, which maybe just barely, but it's not like the first one was.
Killer robots terrorizing children.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it's
did have more of a horror
horror
slant, and this one is definitely more science fiction action, with quite a bit of satire and humor. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of fun entertainment, but beware, it has a very different tone than the first movie.
Yes. Spoiler-free, what happens?
Well, I'm going to start out by saying they named these movies backwards. This one is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which, like the dawn is like the very cresting, when it should start. This is the second movie. And the first one is called Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Do you rise before dawn or do you rise after dawn?
Well, it seems like this should be, first it should have dawned, and now the apes are rising.
Well, if you listened to last week's episode, you know that we were actually confused by the names as well.
Yeah. But anyway.
This is number 2.
About 10 years have passed since the events of the first movie, and humanity is on the decline, and apes are ascending. But Caesar is finding that apes are becoming more like humans, too, with the bad faults that humans have. And that's not entirely a good thing. This one is more of the same, with a good continuing story and lots of action. It's on par with the first one.
Yeah, the first one had to lay a lot of groundwork and explain the lore and the background and why everything happened. And this one here, we just see things happening.
Mm-hmm. And this one is kind of interesting, too, because the apes are off in the woods doing their thing, basically building a civilization, and human civilization is falling, and the survivors are banded together and stuff, and they're not really aware of each other at the beginning of this movie.
No.
Yeah, the apes have pretty much thought the humans have gone extinct, and the humans are not aware that the apes have evolved this much. So, that's the groundwork.
A clash will happen.
Yeah.
Well, we hear news reports about the Genesis virus as we see flashbacks to the first film. We also hear about the ape escape. The plague goes badly. Only 1 in 500 humans survive. Cities burn and civilization falls. Credits roll. Well, that was quite a montage.
Uh-huh.
Caesar leads a hunting party, but he's attacked by a bear. Koba saves him. Caesar's son, Blue Eyes, gets injured, but not badly. And we see that they've built a whole ape city out in the hills. Maurice is teaching all the baby apes to read. Mrs. Caesar, whose name I never really caught,
I didn't either.
gives birth to a new baby, and they're all pretty happy. Caesar and Maurice talk about old times. They've come a long way. They wonder if all the humans are gone. It's been 10 years and none have been sighted.
And they haven't seen any. Yeah.
While hunting, Blue Eyes comes across a human in the woods, a human with a gun,
There's one.
who shoots Ash, Rocket's son. The human Carver calls more humans, but they're soon surrounded by a zillion apes. The human leader, Malcolm, talks to the apes and orders the men to put their guns down. "Go!" yells Caesar, and the men run, dropping a bag of stuff behind them.
And totally freaked out because they didn't know the apes were
They didn't know the
that
apes were even
evolved.
there, much less talking.
Or, yeah, let alone talking. Yeah.
Koba follows the men back across the Golden Gate Bridge into the city, where they report to Dreyfus, the leader. They went out to the woods to find the hydro dam so they could turn the power back on. They also talk about the apes speaking. None of the humans knew the apes had evolved. Koba returns to the ape city and tells about the human town. Many of the apes want to attack them and finish them off. Caesar doesn't want to fight anymore. Soon, the ape army arrives outside of what's left of San Francisco. A whole great big army of them on horses and so forth. Malcolm goes out to talk to Caesars. "Ape do not want war, but we'll fight if we must." Caesar talk like caveman.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Roars Caesar to the assembled crowd. Caesar makes it clear that the humans need to leave them alone. Dreyfus reminds the humans that they have a huge stockpile of weapons, and the plague is burned out, so no one should worry about being too close to the apes. They call it the simian flu.
Everybody left should be immune now.
Lack of energy is their main problem, so they need that hydro dam back in action. Malcolm and Dreyfus know that the dam is really the only option. Malcolm wants to negotiate with Caesar, and Dreyfus gives him 3 days before he takes armed men up to shoot the apes. Malcolm takes his wife Ellie and son Alexander along with him. Why would you do that?
I don't know why you would do that. It seems like a really bad idea.
Malcolm soon finds Ape
Well,
City.
I think that, although I think Malcolm thought that by showing the apes, yeah, we have wives and kids too.
All right,
And
yeah.
we can all get along. We have similar interests. And I think that was more of a gesture of that.
Okay. Inside Ape City, Malcolm shows Caesar and the ape leaders to the dam and explains what he wants to do. He wants to restore the dam to supply power to the city. The apes allow the work, but only if the humans give up their guns. Koba is not pleased with this plan, but he obeys Caesar. On the human side, Carver has thoughts just like Koba. Nobody really wants peace.
This will lead to trouble.
Mrs. Caesar is clearly sick after having her baby. The humans are taken to the dam to work. There's a cave-in, and the apes save the humans from certain death. All right, and Koba scouts the city, where Dreyfus is arming the humans for possible war. Koba gets cornered, but acts like a dumb monkey to throw the men off. Ellie is a doctor, and she helps Mrs. Caesar. All right, well,
So there's people working together and people
Yeah.
that are suspicious of each other.
there's good guys, and there's bad guys, and there's good apes, and there's bad apes.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I find it unlikely that everything in the city would look so old and torn up and green and moldy after only 10 years.
That was a lot of overgrowth.
The
Yeah.
dam was overgrown with plants, and there was like green moss on everything, and
Seemed excessive for just 10 years.
10 years isn't
Yeah.
that long.
More like 50 worth.
The lawns would be overgrown.
Oh, sure, but this is a city. There's not a whole lot of lawn there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all rusty and mold. And the pipes and things were all moldy too.
Yeah.
And rusty.
A lot of decay for just 10 years.
Too much.
Yeah, a bit, I think.
But as for the rest, it is a logical progression after the first film.
Mm-hmm.
There are still lots of humans, but the apes have a slight edge now. The humans probably would have just been happy with their electricity if Koba hadn't messed everything up. It's all the apes' fault this time.
Yeah, and Caesar knows that.
I wouldn't say the ape CGI is necessarily better in this one, but there's a lot more of it. There's a lot of distinctive individual ape characters. You got Koba and Maurice and Blue Eyes and Caesar and Mrs. Caesar, and there's a few other guys flying around here.
And I think the motion capture holds up better than pure CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you like the previous one, this is good too. It's not better, but it's a good sequel.
Mm-hmm. And if you haven't seen the originals from the 60s and 70s, you really should check them out to see how they compare. And
I'm getting the feeling you prefer the old ones.
The makeup and stuff.
Keep pushing the old ones.
I like both. I'm pushing people to see them because a lot of people haven't.
Yeah, I do like the originals.
And they're cool.
Well, we grew up with the originals, seeing them over and over and over again.
Almost all of them when they came out at the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember before Star Wars?
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted sci-fi, you watched the Planet
Things
of the
like
Apes.
This. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
2006. I'll always know what you did last summer. Probably because you posted it on Instagram 28 times.
The scent of geraniums reminded me what you did the summer before last. That was that was one of the alternate titles.
Directed by Sylvain White, written by Lois Duncan and Michael D. Weiss, stars Brooke Nevin, David Petkow, and Tori DeVito. Hour and 32 minutes. Trailer in the show notes. Spoiler free. Here we have a whole new set of young people who accidentally cause a death and decide to cover it up. Then, a year later, someone knows what they did last summer and starts in on the stalking and killing. Who could it be? Probably not who you're gonna guess. This was not an improvement on the previous movies. It was okay, but a pretty steep step down.
Yep.
This is clearly the worst of the series.
I think we're both in agreement
and
there.
I can see why they didn't make any more after this.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 19 years, and the new one's coming up.
I've heard that the remake is a whole lot like the first one.
Yeah, I'm sure it probably is.
Yeah.
It's sort of a requel, reboot?
Requel,
yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Too many weird terms.
Yeah.
What happens?
Well, the movie opens to many people having fun at the carnival. On the Ferris wheel, Amber wants to hear the story of what always happens on the 4th of July when the fisherman kills teenagers.
And this is probably a good place to point out that this is a Colorado ski town in the middle of summer.
But somehow it's become an urban legend, the fisherman with the hook hand.
The previous three happened in a small fishing village right on the ocean, and everybody had the boats and the fishing caps. Being dressed like a fisherman was not an unusual thing, and everybody knew about the hooks, and it was all fishy, fishy, fishy.
Here's just an urban legend.
Yeah.
And we've got PJ, who is the son of the local sheriff. He's joined the army. So we got this group of young people. And suddenly, the fisherman attacks. What? And he scares all the teenagers, sends them running, chases them around, and the fisherman chases PJ right off the roof. Wait, no, it was just Roger, they bought the costume on eBay as a prank. Except, problem is that PJ was supposed to land on some padding. Somebody moved that, and he landed on a tractor instead, and he's very impaled and dead. So their little prank caused the death of somebody. So, what do? We cover it up. Amber wants to go to the police and tell them everything, but Zoe wonders if it was even really an accident, and they all argue about what they did. Colby, Zoe, and Roger want to just keep quiet about the whole thing and let the town just think it was a crazy serial killer.
It was the fisherman.
Yeah. Amber is hesitant, but she gives in to the group. And then a year passes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Lance, PJ's cousin, talks to Amber about why she's still in town. Colby has returned from Las Vegas, and he doesn't tell Amber about his internship didn't work out.
He's been back a while.
Yeah. Well, she leaves him to go off and cry. Deputy Hefner runs into Amber and tells her to call him if she wants to talk.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. Well, that night at home, Amber finds a note from her parents who are out of town, and she gets 50 text messages on her phone.
What's it say?
I know what you did last summer.
Ah, there it is.
Yep, slow motion revenge once again. Or something's up. Why do they wait a year? I don't know. Yeah. Well, Amber goes to see Zoe, who isn't much of a friend anymore, but they rekindle things. And then they go to see Roger, who repairs the ski lifts at the resort. He doesn't know anything. Afterward, they run into Sheriff Davis, PJ's father, who says it's going to be tough heading into the anniversary. Colton says he's kept quiet about the incident. Colton also receives a note. We should leave it there, shouldn't we?
Somebody starts killing people.
Yeah.
And there we've got, the sheriff.
They're getting stacked.
Who's the father of the dead guy. We got the deputy. We've got the 4 teenagers. And there's 1 or 2 other people in town that didn't actually mention, but they're there.
PJ's cousin.
Uh-huh.
There's all kinds of people that could be wanting to get revenge for PJ's death.
Yeah, it's just like the original where it's kind of a whodunit. Somebody's doing it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I can't even say most of this.
We can't say most of this, yeah.
Well, let's just say Scooby-Doo would not be pleased.
Okay.
The whole whodunit aspect, just don't bother. It's not who you think it is.
It's not who you think it is this time.
This has none of the stars or characters from the previous films. It's a whole new thing. And why is the fisherman from the sea town in the previous film even a thing in a Colorado ski resort? There's no fishing there. No one dresses like that. You can't blend into the crowd dressed in a fisherman's slicker. Well, the setting, a ski resort in summer, is interesting. There's a lot of stuff going on there with the lifts and stuff.
Yeah, the ski lift is interesting.
Otherwise, there's not much going on for this one. Other than the initial accident, there's only 1 death in the entire first hour, and only 2 of the original 4 conspirators die before the end anyway. You might think that would be the final girl and the secret killer.
You'd think so.
You'd think. It's not so good. Actually, I'm going to just tell you this was awful.
It's gone down a notch with each movie. This one was more of a notch, a bigger notch.
I didn't hate the second one, although it made no sense. That was the one on the island.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hate that one, but this one's just bad.
Yeah. It's not good.
A steep nosedive. It's time for some short films.
Which I liked more than the long movies this week.
Oof.
Yeah. Especially the first one we're going to talk about.
Which is?
We Forgot About the Zombies.
We did.
Yeah. I think this might be my favorite of the shorts.
Okay.
And probably my favorite of the week. And it's only 3 minutes and 43 seconds. Written and directed by Chris McInroy. Stars Kyle Iranian, Carlos Larada, and Gerard Yerkes. And like I said,
it's short too.
It's short, and it's available on YouTube
That's
to watch
the best
for free.
Kind. Yeah. Well, it's the zombie apocalypse, and one of the 2 characters has already been bitten. It don't look good for him. He's got this big flappy thing of skin hanging off his arm. Should I tear it off?
Yeah, will it help if I tear this off?
Ew.
Yeah, but luckily there's a lab full of syringes.
And they're all marked out on the labels. They all start with a C and end with an E.
Cure.
It must be cure, yes.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Could it be the cure to the zombie infection? Maybe, maybe not.
Let's inject one and find out what happens.
Finding out is the fun part. Yeah, I know after that first shot, I'd be slowing down on those injections. Still, it's better than zombification, right?
Yeah, maybe.
It is brilliantly paced, makes perfect sense, and is really, really funny.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was excellent.
Sometimes the zombies ain't your biggest problem.
Mm-hmm.
The Auteur from 2024, directed by Bethany White. Written by Patrick Crellin and Bethany White, stars Paloma Anastasia, Patrick Crellin, and Jordan Perry. A little under 9 minutes, and it is also on YouTube.
Also a very cool one.
I'm going to say this is my least favorite of the week.
Oh, okay. I thought it was cool.
Well, what happens?
Well, a man sits at his typewriter and gets to work on his script. As he types, we see that his words take shape in the real world, it seems. He's written the perfect, sexiest woman he can think of, and then he writes ways to terrorize and murder her.
Over and over again.
Yeah, sometimes, however, your characters can get away from you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Only complaint I have here is that there are several points at which I couldn't read what he was typing. He types and you see the words appear on the page. There's a good bit of that I couldn't catch.
Okay.
Did you?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, enough of it. Yeah.
Well, we were supposed to be able to follow along, and I had trouble with that. It's very suspenseful, but there's no real explanation, just weirdness. It looks good, it's got a nice concept, and it is just the right length. And it is well done. And I say this is my least favorite, and it's still well done.
Uh-huh.
So they're all good this week.
Yeah. And here's another good one.
Well, this is going to be a little more subjective, I think. Teletubbies Horror, the footage you weren't meant to see. Directed by Niccolo Fumero, written by Niccolo Fumero and Francesco Lucci, and it stars various people from the SciAC company, A little over 4 minutes, so this is shorty. And it is on YouTube.
And it impressed me how much they crammed in with it only being 4 minutes.
It impressed me how they got away with it legally.
Yeah.
But okay.
Copyright and all, yeah.
In this classified government video, a person with voice-altering equipment tells us that the following footage was taken by a missing child who has never been found. It's also obvious that this isn't the first time this has happened to a missing child. Who could be behind the disappearances? And what is this strange being called Helios?
So basically it's a child that has a camera and is actually on the Teletubby, hill, the grassy knoll where the Teletubbies live, and looking in their little den. And
well, the Teletubbies have always been pretty horrifying if you think about it. And the way this is filmed in the found footage style makes it even creepier and also very funny.
And Helios, of course, is the giant baby
face,
head
yes.
in the sun. Yeah, it's a powerful entity.
Yeah, it's something. 2022's The Kid and the Camera. Written and directed by Braden Ortiz. Stars, it's animated, but narrated by Richard Stibbard. 7.5 minutes, longer than the others, and it is on YouTube as well. Well, young Kalen is gifted a camera, and he absolutely loves it. He takes the camera with him everywhere and shoots everything he can, until an accident happens and the camera gets broken. That night, unable to sleep, a strange fairy comes to his window and says he can fix the camera. What could go wrong?
We get to find out.
It's stop motion animated, not the smooth kind of stop motion we get today, but the janky, jerky, weird kind of style from the 70s.
And it looked like it was right off of VHS tape.
Yes, it did. It was very grainy and, very retro. Overexposed images and interference. I don't remember this one from my childhood, but it looks like I should remember it.
Yeah, it does. They captured that really well.
And we had a pretty good idea where this was going, and you already probably do as well from that description, but it's fun to watch it unfold. Very cool. So that one was animated. You didn't hate it?
I didn't hate it.
All right.
Yeah.
And the last one is 2018's In Sound, We Live Forever.
See, this one...
I like this one a lot, too.
This one starts with a really cool idea.
Yeah, and then it gets very
and
standard.
Then it gets standard. I think it would have been stronger and more powerful to either cut it, at that point where...
Just the first half.
Yeah, or continue the second half as the first half was done.
Yeah. Written and directed by Joshua Giuliano, stars Torsten Johnson, Drew Marquardt, and Eric Rice. Little under 12 minutes, also on YouTube, of course. Well, we open on a red truck seen from a distance. As we zoom in, we hear two young people talking about the music and making out. We don't see them at all.
Yeah, the camera just pans slowly in on the truck and the empty seats where the radio's sitting, and the doors are open, and you gradually get a sense that something is wrong and something bad happened, and we're hearing what already happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we hear her point out that there's someone watching them from a distance. Then we hear them get ready to leave. And then we hear them being attacked. And then there's the aftermath. Yeah, I was expecting the camera to pull away and show us old skeletons, and the couple died 100 years ago in a plague or something, and their voices were on that tape with the music.
I was wondering if it was going to go that way, but
Yeah.
no, it was kind of different.
That wasn't it,
No,
no.
different though. Yeah.
Yeah, it is really well done, especially the first half. We don't see what happens through the first half of the story. We just hear them talking as we watch the truck and imagine what's going on. We hear the attacks. We hear what's happening, but we don't see it.
And we see a bloody hand laying on the ground, that somebody,
we see that it goes
somebody has
badly
been
for
killed.
them.
Yeah.
The second half, though, is pretty standard for a slasher stalker film. Yeah, it's all right, but it's not as artsy or cool as the first half.
Yeah, it was good. The first half was truly unique.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
And, we're all out of movies.
We're going to have to watch some more now.
Got some more. 5 movies and 5 shorts next week, too?
Okay.
Think we can do it?
I bet we can do it.
It's a challenge.
Let's do it.
Yeah. And of course, stop in over at horrorweekly.com. Sign up for our free weekly newsletter where you get all the text of all the full reviews, including all the spoilers and everything. We don't spoil them here, but we do spoil them there. So horrorweekly.com. Get one giant email in your email box every Sunday night. I go to horrorguys.com, read individual reviews from way, way, way back. Almost 2,000 of them now.
That's a lot of reviews.
And our new site, flashfright.com, where we focus on just the short films. You can go there and just click on the YouTube links and watch away. Very cool.
Yes.
And I'm Brian.
And I'm Kevin.
And we'll see you next week.
See ya.